Thru hiking has changed me in many ways. Thru hiking is the act of hiking an established long-distance trail from end to end continuously. Some long-distance trails take several weeks to complete, while some take several months. The thru hiker has one main objective day in and day out: hike towards the terminus. Each night is slept under the stars, and each day is spent walking through nature, up and over mountain passes, along alpine meadows, through lush forests, and across streams and rivers. Every now and then, the thru hiker passes through a town or resupply point to replenish on supplies, have a hot meal, and shower before heading back out onto the trail. Eat, sleep, hike, repeat. No cell signal for days at a time. Something beautiful happens when life becomes so simple. What is important to the hiker starts to come into focus. It sharpens slowly with each rhythmic step until, after enough time on trail, epiphany after epiphany begin to hit. I have realized much about myself and my life in these moments. I have finally understood old habits of behavior, or why a certain relationship failed, or what I want to do with my career. These moments have helped to inform both big and small decisions I have made in my life. Thru hiking is a massive physical challenge. To continuously hike hundreds or thousands of miles, the human body requires a lot of input. At a certain point in the hike, hiker hunger will hit. The amount of calories the human body is consuming on a daily basis is very hard to keep up with. I estimate that over a 12-hour day of hiking, my body uses around 6,000 calories. At the peak of my hiker hunger, I probably eat around 5,000 calories per day, maybe a bit more if I am in town with access to more food. This means that even with a lot of effort, I am usually operating in a calorie deficit. There's only so much food you can carry with you. Thru hikers are constantly weighing the benefit of carrying more food with the extra calorie demands a heavier pack will cause. There are many upsides to needing so much fuel to hike. It can be extremely fun and satisfying to eat a lot and to feed yourself when you are very hungry. It can also be challenging to find foods you can eat over and over again, foods that don't require too much effort to chew when you are tired, and foods that hopefully provide additional nutrients on top of calories and also be light and non-perishable. Thoughts of food, what my body is craving, and how I am going to get it can consume my mind often if I am not careful. On top of the simple fact that so much exercise requires so much food, thru hiking poses many other physical challenges. Repetitive strain on the muscles, tendons, joints, ligaments, and bones require the human body to adapt and strengthen as the hike progresses. Watching my body change and feeling my strength, flexibility, and agility improve as I hike is one of the most satisfying aspects of thru hiking. It is truly remarkable what the human body can accomplish when given the opportunity. With this level of demand on the body, there is also a risk of injury. Many thru hikes are cut short due to various types of injuries. In 2022, 4,728 thru hike permits were issued to Pacific Crest Trail hikers by the Pacific Crest Trail Association, and only 934 hikers completed their thru hike. Many of the hikers who are unable to complete their thru hike may have had an injury that factored into their decision to leave trail. However, injuries are not the only reason a thru hike might come to an early end. What I have found to be even more difficult than the physical challenge of thru hiking is the mental challenge. Along with the many incredible mental health benefits of spending so much time outdoors, exercising, and making deep connections with fellow hikers, thru hiking presents many mental challenges to overcome. When I feel I could not possibly hike another mile and I have 5 more to go before I reach camp, I have to find motivation from somewhere deep in my brain to overcome all of the signals my body is sending me. When I'm pushing through prickle bushes and stinging nettles, actively causing the pain in my scraped legs to increase, I have to tell my brain it will be okay and that the pain will only stop once I reach the other side of the overgrown section. When I am missing something important back home, like a birthday or a wedding, I have to console myself despite the emotional pain I may be in. These moments have also taught me what types of mental and emotional challenges I can push through and what types I cannot. I have learned to be more sympathetic towards myself and take care of myself better when I know I need it. Learning how to overcome these mental challenges and how to give myself more emotional support while out on trail has been the greatest benefit I have experienced from thru hiking. I now trust myself to take care of myself in most situations, something I was not able to do prior to my first thru hike. I now notice small signs and symptoms that alert me to take care of my mental health prior to things escalating. While this is still a work in progress for me, it is a dramatic change in comparison to who I was when I took my first step on my first thru hike 4 years ago. For a long-distance hike to become sustainable, the hiker must pay attention to their needs. Signals like thirst and hunger become easier for me to notice, and I naturally start to address them more effectively. Sleep becomes a precious resource, and I will hurry through my nighttime routine to fall asleep as soon as possible. Hygiene becomes more challenging to maintain, so each small hygiene step in my routine becomes extremely important. Once I return from a thru hike, I notice I address my basic needs more easily, and I feel more satisfaction in doing so. I relish in the ability to have showers, drink water without having to filter it, and so many more daily luxuries. The mental demands, along with the discomfort of how challenging it can be to meet your basic needs while on trail, can be another reason why thru hikers end their hike earlier than planned. If you have ever spent any time in nature, you will probably be familiar with the feeling you get from being outside. The smell of the natural environment, the way the air feels when it enters your lungs, how vibrant the green is, the awe you feel when you see a wild animal, all contribute to the amazing feeling being outside in nature provides you. I usually feel these feelings within 10 to 15 minutes of being outside. Imagine how it would feel to be in nature for 10 hours or 10 days in a row. Then multiply that by 1,000 when you get to experience that on a daily basis for months on end. Studies have shown that spending time outdoors can lower your pulse and blood pressure, boost your mood, benefit immunity, decrease levels of stress and anxiety, and enhance your desire to seek and improve social connections. I have noticed many of these benefits in myself in addition to increased creativity and decreased number of migraines. Most notably, I experience low or no anxiety when I'm thru hiking, which is something I cope with on a daily basis when off trail. The only person who knows for sure if you should try thru hiking is you. Thru hiking is the entire package of experiences, from overflowing joy when walking an incredible alpine ridge, to sobbing in your tent during a thunderstorm, cold, wet, hungry, and wishing you were anywhere else. What makes thru hiking so beautiful and so rewarding is also what makes it so challenging. And that is what I love most about it. Thru hiking has taught me that I'm strong and capable as much as I am sensitive and scared. I have had some of my most beautiful experiences while on trail. I have made some of my closest friends on trail. I have overcome some of my biggest challenges while on trail. Through hiking has not only made me a better person, but it has helped me see who I am more clearly. I am forever grateful that I faced my fears and took those first few steps on my first through hike 5 years ago. My only regret is that I didn't start sooner. I plan to keep through hiking as long as I can and as long as it still feels right. So, what have you decided? Are you going to through hike?